We are live. Gonna build myself out of Lego actually today, which is pretty awesome. Let me just turn on the live chat. If you did join, then hello. But I do not know if you joined yet. No, nobody joined. All right. Gonna leave the live chat right out over here. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Hello there. Just build the bricks. Gonna see if everything's in frame. Yeah, everything's in frame. All right. It's going good. It's going good nighttime. Hey, I haven't seen you comment on my channel. Are you a new viewer or what's the deal there? I'm gonna, here's like an outline of my mosaic. I'm just gonna build my own face, nice and easy. Boom. Should be pretty cool. How have you been, by the way? That looks so cool. Yeah, definitely will. Do that really quick. Yeah, that should be fine. You can actually see my computer is yeah. That's pretty cool. So anyways, let's talk about the 501st Battle Pack. It's said, some people think it is a bit controversial, but personally not me. I do believe that it is a great set, a great choice done by LEGO. Oh, you did? That's pretty cool. Yeah, MNR Productions is probably one of the best YouTubers. Now let me put it this way. For now, Jangbricks is actually my favorite YouTuber, but here's the thing. I've been watching Jangbricks since I was 8 years old, and I'm 17 years old now. And I've been watching MNR since I was only like 14, 15, something like that. And like I've been watching Jangbricks for a much longer time, so I'm obviously going to be more biased towards him. But here's the thing: if I discovered both Jangbricks and MNR at the same time without any prior knowledge of them, I would probably pick MNR because I just find his content to be a tad bit more interesting. Like he does news reports, he does all these asking, the comments, replying to the comments, stuff like that. Whereas Jangbricks doesn't really do that, and so I find MNR personally more interesting. Would I like to see a Darth Maul throne room versus Ahsoka with a bunch of Mandalorians for $70? Yes, I would love to see that. I know it's a bit on the expensive side, $70, but any Clone Wars sets, Clone Wars on top, Clone Wars, Clone Wars, Clone Wars. Some people have been saying that yes, they have, but personally I think that harassment is a very strong word, overly strong for this, they haven't really been harassing you. It is just a group of people who are really passionate and are just simply asking LEGO one thing: to make the 501st Battle Pack. I mean, how's that harassment? It's not. How did I get a set of my face? It's the hashtag Mosaic Maker. There's only a few of those in the United States. I know one is in New York, and I personally don't know. Just look up LEGO Mosaic Maker, and I'm sure you'll find all the locations where they are. Watch Lucky the Gunner. Oh, is that your channel? Yeah, then I'll be sure to check him out or check you out on your other channel. But yeah, Clone Wars on top. Clone Wars is the best show in the world. And I'm serious. It is just so awesome. Wow. Clone Wars is so good. Yeah, I really wish they made more seasons, because they only made one season, season 7. And I mean, I'm still fine with it and everything like that. I'm still glad we got an ending to the Clone Wars, but it's only 12 episodes, each one of them being only 20 minutes long. So think about about it, you're not really getting like that much out of it. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like Lego Disney was just like, you know what? The fans are going crazy over the Clone Wars. Why not just give it to them, give them something? You know, I don't think like they set it as their priority, which is kind of a shame. All right, so I think it goes like here. Yeah, I gotta remove those in place with the. All right, even. Hello, Riley Alex. Hello. Even though I like SpongeBob, I still think Star Wars: The Clone Wars is the best TV show in the world. Yes, it is absolutely the best TV show in the world. I just want to say that you're an amazing Lego YouTuber. I was wondering if you could do a room tour of your Lego collection, the recording studio and stuff you inspired to make content. Oh, shining the crying. Thank you so much. You know, I'm flattered that I inspire you to make Lego content. You know, I'm a very small channel. I'm just kind of like in the YouTube out of all the different channels. I'm just kind of a small cocoon inside of a cocoon inside of a cocoon. So if you found me, you know, props on you. Just saying. And yes, perhaps in the future I will do a room tour. Perhaps, but nothing guaranteed. Nothing guaranteed. You know, I have been thinking about a room tour for a while. But I can do like a voice room tour like right now. I can tell you what's inside my room. You know, just the basic recording background. There is a green screen inside my room. There is a desk where I build Lego. There is a couch, you know, where I like to take a nap. You know, stuff like that. I will be happy. Yes. Riley Alex. Everyone go subscribe to Riley Alex. Great person. Gave you a shout out. And maybe I'll give you a big shout out on like one of my main videos, which gets far more views. What is my favorite current set that I own? Mine is Palpatine the Rest. The set that I currently own has to be let me think actually. That's a good question. That I own, like, do you mean that I had destroyed, or just what is standing up in my collection on my shelves right now? If it's out of those, then I'd probably say the UCS TIE Fighter, because that set is just so cool and, you know, pretty cheap too. Well, at the time, you know, now it's this machine and stuff like that. But out of everything, you know, out of everything that I have, it will probably be all the Atlantis sets, of course, because I'm a huge fanatic of Atlantis. Atlantis on top. Yes, that is completely built on shelves. Yes, the UCS TIE Fighter. Maybe I have a second favorite too. Probably the Steamboat Willie from Lego Ideas. It's just such a nice little classic callback to the Steamboat Willie of 1929. Very cool cartoon. I haven't actually ever seen it up until I got Disney Plus. And when I did get Disney Plus, I just kind of watched all the old classic Disney cartoons. Haven't even seen them as a kid, but I personally believe that watching them will give me a greater sense of the culture, you know, and stuff like that. So I looked at the old 2007 General Grievous Starfighter on eBay, and it's somewhat the same price as sealed on Amazon. Then get it on Amazon, because eBay always, and I do mean always, has lower quality. Thank you, Brick Trooper. Thank you for loving my channel. You got a 415 on eBay? I mean, was it sealed? That makes a whole difference. Whether or not it is sealed. You know, let me that's a pretty uncomfortable setup. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe put my computer right over here. Nice. I don't know. Now keep it over here. Thank you, BrickTuber, for loving my channel. Yes, I think you should get it. You definitely get the set, because Clone Wars is the top. I'm gonna call you Stuffed Mr. Beast. Oh, thank you, dude. I'm not the YouTuber Mr. Beast, but I know that I'm a beast. That's for sure. Thank you. Hello, Builder Brothers Productions. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. I don't know how much it is actually right now, but I bet it's quite a lot. I think like $70 or something. But $70, you know, as long as it's under 100, I'd say that's pretty good. So, just too good. Always wanted to get the Haunted Mansion from 2012 Monster Fighters. He never did, but I did, which is pretty cool. And I thought I got it, and I think I got a pretty good deal, $300. But I mean, I know that's expensive, but it was 200 for retail price, and it's only 100 more after all these years. So you know, good stuff, good deal. This is my favorite Lego set. Oh, all the Atlantis sets, of course. The Theme Atlantis on top. Alright, I gotta replace all these with hello, just join the chat. Hello, Will. How are you doing today? I'm doing just fine. Yeah, I'll just continue to build this. Oh no, I placed one right over here. See you later, dude. My join back. Have a good one. My mom said I could order the Assault on Hawk. I'd say the Assault on Hawk, that is a much better set, in my opinion. They're getting far more play value out of it, stuff like that. Definitely get that one. They're both retired sets, but they're both really good sets too. And personally, the Assault on Hawk was my first UCS set, and I know I'm going to cause a lot of controversy just by saying this, but in my opinion, it is the best UCS set of all time. LEGO Star Wars UCS set. And you want to know why? It has just so much going for it, you know? Like, everything about it is spot on, pretty movie accurate, and just so much play value out of it. And personally, for me at least, in LEGO, playability is greater than displayability. Which means that I value playability or play features far more. And the UCS Assault on Hawk set had so many play features. Oh, you did? Which sets you bought from Target today? Did you get any of the new Minion sets? Because I know JB Brick Fanatic actually did get some Minion sets early from Target. Now I did call all the Targets, well, not all the Targets, but all the districts within like a 100-mile radius from me, and none of them have the new Minion sets or the new unreleased Star Wars sets yet, which is kind of a shame, you know? Like all these different large YouTubers, or not even large YouTubers like JB Brick Fanatic, keep getting them, but here's the thing, especially from the perspective of a YouTuber, getting sets early is the best way to grow a channel. You get so many more views because the demand is so much higher and the supply of videos is so little that it's just basic economics, and like, since the demand is so high, the clicks all go to you, the one who has the set early, of course. The Return of the Jedi evokes. What is your favorite? My favorite Star Wars movie is Revenge of the Sith, probably, because it's the prequels, and I love the prequels so much. It's my favorite movies. Um, and there's just so much emotion in Revenge of the Sith. So cool. What mold are you talking about, by the way? There's not getting any molds. You only get Star Wars sets, unless it says Peach has gift cards for a Star Wars themed mock. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really like Lego Star Wars, to be honest. I like the UCS sets, but the play sets themselves, I don't really get them that often. Because the play sets don't even have that many play features, and as I said before, I love play features. For example, themes like Nexo Knights, Lego Chima, Lego Atlantis, all of those had so many great play features, and that's why I love those themes so much. But Lego Hidden Side, or no, Lego Star Wars and Lego Ideas, for example, don't really have that many play features going for them. I still really love the sets because of the display and stuff. But for example, if it's not a Clone Wars set, and if it's an original trilogy set, I will not get it. I will not get a Star Wars original trilogy set. If I'm not gonna, just gonna be collecting dust on my shelf. And plus, they're generally more difficult to build than, Nexo Knight sets. You really like Hidden Side. Awesome. Yeah, Hidden Side is a pretty good and cool theme. I've got a couple sets, They, except for the high school, the Haunted High School, they don't really have that many play features going for them. They just have the app integration. And for example, I have checked on iTunes, and there isn't even a TV show released for Hidden Side. And if there was, I definitely watch it. But there isn't, which is a shame, because I love Lego TV shows. Lego on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hidden Side was a good team. What are you saying was? Like it was discontinued. I think it's still around. Yeah, Hidden Side should definitely be still around. Echoey Kitchen. Yeah, this place is really echoey. I mean, this is the only place where I have the mock. And I do apologize, I don't really know how to live stream professionally or anything like that. Compared to my normal videos, this is a really low quality. I'm not really doing live streams for quality or anything like that. I just want to have fun and, build and talk to you, of course. Pretty nice. Yeah, it is a kitchen, yeah. With a really large bar table at the front. I did actually do a test flight of my drone today. I don't film any flying Lego episodes yet because it's been raining all this time. Tomorrow, probably won't be able to, but on Friday I'll definitely make some more videos. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a stressful day. I have a couple exams, stuff like that. But if I have a first diamond pack from Lego, that set is spot on. The best thing in the world, in my opinion. It's so cool. I do wish that we get the UCS gunship, Republic gunship, really soon. Because I'm a big fan of the Clone Wars. Clone Wars, Clone Wars, Clone Wars. No, I really wish we got like 5 more seasons of the show. I really, there was supposed to be like 3 or 4 seasons with, complete 22 episode seasons that they even wrote the scripts for all of them. They were planned to be made, but they never were made, which is a real shame. The Clone Wars is such a cool show. Looks nice, yes. This portrait looks very nice. Mwah. The best thing in the world. Man, why don't they optimize and give you all the large tiles stuff like that? Because come on, all these are 1x1 yellow 1x1s. And come on, like seriously, what are you doing with it? It's gonna take me so long to actually complete it, but when I do complete it, it's gonna be a nice portrait. I'll put it up on my wall, maybe behind me on the background. You're gonna look just so cool. And I'll be sure to never break it, never disassemble it, never anything. Let's see how many likes and dislikes we have actually. Ooh, 8 likes. 9 dislikes. 0 dislikes. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, just gonna continue making this. I will make some more LEGO YouTubers videos, like can you trust Solid Brick Studios, can you trust Brick Vault, can you trust Beyond the Brick, all those different channels. I'll definitely have an analysis and then I'll conclude whether or not you can trust them. I personally believe it's a nice way to kind of really sort of express your own opinion, stuff like that. I do not watch LEGO Masters on a Fox, unfortunately. I gotta get into that sometime, but all these mocks, they're not Technic bricks. You know what I'm saying? I love LEGO Technic, and if they ever do make a full-on LEGO Technic challenge with gearboxes and stuff like that, and suspension, gear switching mechanisms, speed changers, all those technical things, if they do that, I will 100% guarantee you I will watch LEGO Masters. But for now, it's not really enticing for me. That's the thing. Ooh, alright, I'm gonna fill in this part. And by the way, I'd like to know, who's your favorite LEGO YouTuber? Oh, and every time I ask that question on my live streams, MNR Productions pops in and says MNR Productions is my favorite. I find that funny because he might be watching this live stream right now and we don't even know. He might just be silent in the chat, never saying anything. He's subscribed to me, so I really appreciate that. And MNR, if you are watching this live stream, I really appreciate your subscription to me, and I appreciate that when I paid you shouted me out, sponsored me, stuff like that. And I appreciate that we did an interview together over in Brickfair, Virginia. That was really cool. I brought the equipment, all the equipment, the crazy camera equipment, as you would put it. I never really expected to for MNR. Look at that mansion table. Oh, thank you, BFAB. Yeah, sorry, this room is a bit echoey. I'm just a bit more comfortable building here, In that room, I kind of have to slouch a lot, and then my back hurts because I don't have a full-on tripod. I just kind of put my phone on a computer stand or something. Tonight's episode of Video Stuff. Ooh. They have a nice motor, stuff like that. Apprentice Brick, yes. I do have a pet, a dog, German Shepherd. I used to have 7 fish. Gradually, most of them died. In 2017, though, my favorite of them, the last one, died, unfortunately. And I remember just crying, like, for hours and hours that the goldfish died. I know that sounds ridiculous, crying for a fish, but still, it had a lot of emotional attachments to that fish. Yes, the DJI Phantom 4 Pro version 2.0. That one is a really expensive drone, and also what I have in my in the repair shop right now is a DJI Inspire 2 drone. That one's like twice as expensive as that one. I do use the Inspire 2 drone primarily. I like it. It's bigger, flies like a tank. You can have 2 people piloting the drone. One controls the camera, one controls the drone. And the Inspire 2 is the best drone ever. I also do fly Pod RC airplanes. They're not advanced or anything, but anything flying, that's what I love. All right. Okay. Hey, BFAB, I do have a couple of questions for you, actually, if you're still watching this video. First of all, who's your favorite YouTuber, BFAB? And who do you think is the most overrated LEGO YouTuber on YouTube? And who do you think is the most underrated LEGO YouTuber in the YouTube community? Big yes, this is my t-shirt. This is awesome. Jean-Christophe Dolé. Hope I'm saying that right. I love French. French on top. This is 5. And then this is supposed to be 6. And this 6. Oh, no, everything's right. I just blanked out for a second. No, actually, my friend is great. You are the most underrated LEGO YouTuber, now that I think about it. You make pretty cool content, and you don't have enough subs for it. I do plan on, of course, making a couple LEGO sets fly, just for fun. I think that'll be, I hope to kind of do it consistently, now that I have far more time because of online classes. But flying LEGO episodes are hard to film and make, of course. Not as hard as LEGO reviews, and that's why I have stayed away from making LEGO reviews. Man, those are so hard to script out, film everything, and the editing is the worst part of them all. And, all those animations you see of the arrows in my older reviews, those are all done manually. I'm not using any presets, I'm not using anything. That's all manual, frame by frame work. Takes a really long time. Do a video about Ash Flash. Maybe, if he doesn't have, that many subs, like only 60K or something. Maybe eventually, but probably not now. Now I want to focus on some larger YouTubers. Thank you, Nighttime. Thank you for subscribing to Practiceburg. Just continue making the hair over here. Okay. Yeah, I can build for a bit more, I think. Actually, for like 3 more hours I can build. So, Big Bricks 1, 2, 3. That is an awesome name. 1, 2, 3 are the best numbers because they're the first numbers. I mean, if you don't count 0. But it does count 0. It's 0. Nobody counts 0. Alright, okay, we put this one over on here. It's going well. How is it going for you? I want to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, everyone, this is a question to all the viewers watching this. Tell me who's your favorite LEGO YouTuber, and who's your, I'd say, not least favorite, but who's that YouTuber who, you don't really watch, I guess. Your favorite and least favorite, let's put it that way. My favorite is Jangbricks, and then after that is MNR, and after that, I don't really watch many YouTubers. Only Jang and MNR. Those are the only two I watch. And they both make the best type of content. LEGO Geeker's usually here. Yeah, he is, but he might be sleeping because it's pretty late. And this is gonna take a long time to finish this portrait. You have to count out all the studs. I mean, come on, are you serious? This is like the worst LEGO set you could make in terms of the building experience. It's just awful. No, I mean, like, come on, couldn't they give a couple bigger piles, you know? Quite an echo, yes, Sans. I'm not, making the best quality live streams because I don't know how to do them. OBS is so difficult and complicated. My videos are usually have good audio quality. So if you want good audio quality, and if you're just, cringed out by this, go to my, normal videos. And a little man who won LEGO Masters today. Who did win the LEGO Masters today? Wait a minute. You know how LEGO Masters could boost their ratings? They could invite all the famous YouTubers from LEGO. They could invite Jangbricks, they could invite Beyond the Brick, they could invite Brickball Team, they could invite MNR, they could invite so many LEGO YouTubers, and they just try to compete together for a mock. Just imagine that. That would be so dope. That would be like that would entice me to watch LEGO Masters finally, because I don't really find anything interesting about LEGO Masters, and that's why I don't watch them yet. But if they do bring in LEGO YouTubers, those really big ones, then yeah, I'm gonna watch LEGO Masters, and I bet their ratings will boost too, because they're gonna bring in all the viewers from all those channels over to LEGO Masters. Just think about it. That'd be so cool. Oops. Wrong color there. This one. Alright. Look, I know MNR doesn't build mocks, but think about it. It'll be hilarious to see these YouTubers who have no clue how to build mocks try to build mocks. That would be so, awesome. Look, I try to make mocks of my own, like airplane mocks, but guess what? It's literally just two plates stuck together, and I call it an airplane, and I'm proud of that mock. You know what I mean? I cannot. Ryan doesn't like to build mocks. Yeah, I know he doesn't, but come on. LEGO Masters will be like, hey, MNR, we're gonna pay you $100,000 for you to attempt to build this mod. And are we like, all right, free money, you know what I mean? So, yes. Hey, Martin Lopez. How are you doing today? German grant? No thanks. Have no clue what you mean, what you're referring to, no thanks, but I guess it's my idea of putting YouTubers on LEGO Masters. You know what? I'm gonna start tweeting that to LEGO all the time. Put LEGO YouTubers like Janebricks on LEGO Masters, and then I'd watch LEGO Masters actually. It's just so boring now, you know, all these different figures who I have no clue who they are. Like, come on, LEGO Masters. Bring in Tom Cruise, bring in Justin Bieber to, you know, attempt to build a LEGO mod. Come on, boost your ratings, LEGO, boost your ratings! Was actually a Star Wars mod on hot and it was amazing, Crate was just mad. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's about Lego Masters, but I don't need to watch that show. Alright, 1, 2, 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What did he say? Wait a minute. SpongeBob and Jeremiah Grant, are you two the same people? Oh, it's scoring rain outside now. Look, you literally copy and paste all the stuff he said too. Yeah, I don't care about spoilers from Lego Masters. I mean, come on. I don't care. I don't even watch the show. I bet Jeremiah Grant is gonna copy and paste, stop repeating what I just said. I bet he's gonna copy and paste that. But yeah, come on. Let's get this movement going. Put LEGO YouTubers on LEGO Masters. Put LEGO YouTubers on LEGO Masters. Go, go, go. Yeah, so what if they don't like mods? They can't refuse free money from LEGO. You know, LEGO's paying them to be there. They're not being like LEGO, please put me on LEGO Masters. That are more like, all right, for the money, I guess I'll do it. That's what YouTubers are more like. Yes, all the pieces are 1x1 plates. 6 a.m. here. Oh, I don't know where that is on the other side of the globe. It's like 9 p.m. over here. I gotta use the brick separator sometimes to kind of straighten these out. Oh. How did I feel about the 5 News Battle Pack? It is one of the best sets LEGO could ever make. It does show a good example that if you try hard enough, and if you petition, and if you get a lot of people to ask for a set, then LEGO will make it. And so when I reach the level of influence that MNR has now, I'm going to start a campaign to bring back LEGO Atlantis. That was the theme of my childhood. It was my childhood. I loved LEGO Atlantis. I still do. Man, those sets are so cool. And I remember I used to take LEGO Atlantis submarines like into my bathtub and then play with them under the water. It's so cool. Well, Harper, I actually don't feel that way because I have too much LEGO, which is not sorted at all. So I can't even use my Lego for mocks or anything. They're just kind of lying there collecting dust. You know, if I have a Lego party ever, I'll just put those out and be like, hey, you know, if you're Lego fans, you know, attempt to build a mock out of this. Yeah, I can respond. You're my Grant. What do you want to say? What's quarantine like for you? Quarantine, you know, nothing bad. You know, just the Lego store is closed. The one closest to me, my two favorite malls near me are closed. Um, just grocery stores are open. Target is still open. You know, it's not that much of a difference really. But yeah, it's not nothing really big. Yes, I can respond, Jeremiah. Yes, hello. What do you want to talk about? I can respond. Don't be in such a panic. Come on, don't keep poking me with a stick. When I said I could respond. Jeremiah Grant, I'm pretty sure you cannot hear me. Just turn up the audio. I think well, you should, Jeremiah, you should get Instagram for my giveaways. You really should. But I mean, you don't really need Instagram to enter it, but if you do win, you need Instagram to claim your prize. That's the thing. Jeremiah, look, I'm gonna respond to you in chat because you clearly cannot hear me. That's okay. Just get Instagram for okay, that's all right. You only need IG to claim prize. That so get IG for free. Make an account. How do I pick winners? Well, when you comment on the video, I basically put all your comments through a randomizer, and then I say, hey, randomizer, randomize, and then it picks the comment for me. That's basically how I pick winners. It's like about 9 p.m. for me right now. Well, you're 11 years old and you're required to be 13 to make an Instagram. Simple. Use a fake birthday on Instagram, like everyone does on the internet. Say you were born in like 1975 or something. Boom, made Instagram. Okay, yeah. Hello there, Lego Geek. Hello, how are you doing, my man? Hey, Lego Geek, if you want to call, you know, right now, well, I know it's a little late for you, but if you want to call and talk on this live stream, I would love to do that with you. Hello there, General Kenobi, Lego Geek. That's how I'm going to respond. That's the response you've probably been looking for. Well, Jeremiah Grant, if your parents won't let you, download Instagram secretly on your phone. Or think about it this way. If you do win, and you are required to DM me on Instagram, do this. Talk to your parents, you know, say, hey, I want this giveaway. Please let me have Instagram so I can claim my prize. Just go like that, you know, or have your parents contact me, or something like that. You know what I mean? But, I'm always gonna have Instagram as the primary waiting content. It's 12:10. Okay. Uh, get your parents math engineering. Yes, that's good. I have to ask them through the. You have to ask them through the app. What do you mean, dude? You don't ask through the app. Just register and you're done. I need a modern creator. Yeah, I do, but no, freedom of speech. Everyone has the right to say anything on my live streams, even if it's really bad. Say whatever. DM me after, possibly. My phone is used for the live stream right now, so I can't really DM anybody right now. But sure, just. Yeah, I haven't finished the mosaic. Well, this is like the mosaic. I never really worked on it ever. So yeah. All right. Your dad works at Apple? Dude, that is so awesome. I would love to work at Apple sometime, like it's a part-time job or something. I honestly want to start my own lucrative career, just kind of. I don't want to work in a cubicle, you know what I mean? Back to the office and none of that stuff. Uh, mm, hmm. Sorry, it is hard to hear me. Yeah, I can't really go to another room right now. This is the only one with direct lighting I've got right now. And this is the only one where I have the tripod set up. Lego Geek, is your dad? Whoa, see, your dad is Bill Gates! Oh my god, Lego Geek! You're rich! You're rich, Lego Geek! You're so awesome! Ah! The Redison, well, here's the thing. I actually do have a mic Redison. Just watch literally any one of my videos on my channel and you'll hear great audio. It's only the live stream that's bad, and that's because I do not know how to live stream and I'm live streaming from my phone. I do not have a live stream with connected mics, stuff like that. I don't know how to do any of that. So if you want to see me have good audio, just literally watch any of my videos on my channel. Maybe I'll try to buy like a couple accessories and live stream with OBS eventually, stuff like that, with better audio. But not now. At least not for a while. And the stupid B&H chat, which is a great, great website for cameras and equipment and stuff like that. Their chat closed like a year ago, and I can't even, chat with all the professionals in the video world. So I don't know what to get, for my channel. Just such an awful thing they did. Come on, B&H, you're losing your sales here. CEO11. I got the portrait of myself in like one of those special Lego stores where they have the mosaic maker. There was only like 3 or 4 of them in the United States. To be real, it's crazy how I'm talking to a YouTuber. I mean, not really. I mean, I'm a pretty small channel, like a cocoon inside of a cocoon. So, if you found me, props on you, man. Props on you. And if you do want to, like, physically talk to me, uh, just, get Instagram and we can, like, DM on Instagram, or if you want, like, maybe voice chat, I don't know. Yeah, I'll maybe get a Discord server eventually, so we can have voice chat with you. That'd be pretty cool. Hello, wait. Solar! Yes, Solar, it's you! Solar, you're awesome! Hey, Solar, is our acting school closed due to coronavirus? I don't even know about that. Thank you for subscribing to me, Jeremiah. Why did Lego? They did. Like Lego did sue Lepin multiple times, and Lepin actually did kind of close, but then they reopened due to a loophole in the legal documents. I don't know, but yes, they have tried to sue Lepin multiple times, but their lawyers are just too darn good. It's really cool how you are not walking to my brother. Oh, you're his sister. I am talking to your brother. What do you mean? And replace it with Latin. Yeah, that would be a nice way, but no, I'm not going to do that. Lego is made of plastic. Plastic causes way too much, pollution, emissions, and I don't want to contribute to global warming. Know what I mean? Global warming is real, and it's already getting pretty out of hand. Like, especially if you're like in southern continental United States, like the South Coast, Florida, Georgia, all those different places, you'd know how hot it is there right now. And that's all because of global warming. No, I do not do custom minifigures. And this guy's next level. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really call myself next level. I'm just a fellow YouTuber here, just live streaming, which is pretty dope. Come on, like, this is where okay, I've barely made any progress on this thing. Wait a minute. Something's not right here. What? Oh. Wait a minute. Yes, I gotta shift this over to the left. Boom. This is awesome. The reticent, California is really hot right now, trust me. Alright, bye Jeremiah. Alright, gotta throw this in. Sometimes in reticent, you know what? I'm not gonna say where I live, because come on, man. If you know the state where I live in, you're gonna use that information to exploit my real location. Just by knowing the state, you're already narrowing down. But all I can say is I live in the continental United States. Since I can't watch this video because okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But okay. No, I did not watch The Office, Liam. It does seem like a cool show though, so I'll definitely give it a shot. All right. Continue making this. Yeah, what is your favorite TV show, everyone? And what is your favorite show that you just like to binge watch sometimes? Um, Mine's Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and the next one is probably Futurama, and after that Family Guy, then The Simpsons, and you know what? That's about it. I have watched Star Wars Rebel, but God, that show sucks so much. Hate Star Wars Rebels. Worst show I've seen. Even Star Wars Resistance is better. And you know why? Because they're consistent. Star Wars Rebels is like, oh, we're gonna have all these emotional characters like Darth Maul and stuff to bring in nostalgic man children back. But then we're gonna be like, Ezra doing stupid things, being a weird kid. It's not totally consistent. You're really confusing your audience here. No, I did not watch Lego Masters, the new TV show that came out. I do like the Mandalorian TV show, yes. I do like that show. The first episode was a bit slow. The second and third episodes were really great. And besides also the season finales, the rest were pretty boring. But it did only have like 12 episodes, so you know, I don't really mind a couple boring episodes in there. I do wish like it was more of a crew, like not just the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, but a couple more characters that are, you know, constantly in the show, and not just for one episode. I mean, I know it has budget limits, stuff like that, but still, it would have been so much better. What? Yes, I have I have the 16-inch MacBook Pro, which is what I use to edit all of my videos for UnbrickMe. Is what I'm using right now to read the live chat. It's what I use to play Minecraft. It's what I use to write essays. It's the best computer in the world. Do I like Marvel? Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I haven't really seen too many like movies from Marvel. But yeah, like Spider-Man seems pretty cool. Used to have a Spider-Man toy, like one that would attach to the ceiling and fly around in a circle when I was a kid. So, kind of, yeah. My favorite Lego theme is Lego Atlantis for sure. Lego Atlantis on top. I do not like Fortnite because everyone was just like kind of talking about it and kind of got me annoyed, really annoyed. I do like the Fortnite dances, but you know, it's just a video game. Like if you play it, it does nothing to advance your career. It does nothing to make you a lucrative and successful person. It's come on. I mean, I am kind of a hypocrite saying that because I like Minecraft, but you know, Minecraft has just so much more going for it. Like you can make artworks inside of Minecraft, whereas just Fortnite is just like a battle game. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you've ever heard of 2v2t.org, the Minecraft server, it's like a really awesome anarchy Minecraft server. That's where I play on a lot. My usernames are either VunierYT or Univac Computer. So if you ever see those, that's me. Yeah, Minecraft multiplayer is good. And we kind of went through phases in Minecraft, like I never even stopped playing it. But there used to be a command block phase I went through. Like I literally code inside of Minecraft. And there was a redstone phase I went through, made really big redstone creations. And had a building phase, survival phase, all those. Liam, well, they don't play Minecraft Bedrock Edition, they only play Minecraft Java Edition, so I'm pretty sure the friend feature does not exist there. But if you have a realm, then you're more than welcome to invite me. Okay. Yeah, I prefer the Java edition of Minecraft. Say Brittany if you do. If I do what? Hang on, that actually, scroll back. Okay, Brittany. I'm Brittany. No, I do not have a console. No, actually I do. I have Xbox 360 and Xbox One, but I haven't played on those since like 2014. I haven't played on those in over 6 years. So honestly, no. I do have a console, but I don't play on them ever. I only play on the computer. Just so much more comfortable to WASD and the mouse, you know? How do you... Yeah, I do not have a million subscribers. Here, I'm be right back. No, I have 2,000, Jeremiah. I have 2,000 subscribers. Where? No. Yes, that is 2,000, not 2 million, man. Alright. Oh, that's pretty cool to hear that you have rain going on right now. Yeah, it was pouring rain for a little bit over here, but then it like instantly stopped, which was kind of a shame. Yeah, this chat is going insane. And I love insane chats. Hang on. Gotta take some white bricks now. Boom. 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 I try not to play video games too often. I try to kind of focus on my channel, you know, I really, this is my dream, which I know I can achieve, to make my YouTube channel a lucrative business. No, 2.53K, that means I have 2,530 subscribers. That's all that means. No. I don't have 2,053,000. I have 2,530. All right. Like creator or expert. Say Lego creator expert on top. None of that Lego creator crap. None of that Lego city crap. You just go with creator expert. Creator expert on top. Yes, that means I have a little more than 2K. That does not mean I have 2 million subscribers. Just saying that. So, I think when you said, wow, I'm talking to a YouTuber, I think you, I think you mistook me for somebody like really famous. Well, not about 3K, I'm about halfway between 2K and 3K subs, so I wouldn't call it about 3K. If you round up, if it's 5 or more, and if you round up, then I guess I have about 3,000 subscribers, but honestly, that wouldn't really be too honest of me to say, you know what I mean? Plus, YouTube always rounds down. Leah, I still do Taekwondo, and yes, I started doing Taekwondo when I was a kid. And at my school, nothing competitive, but when I was in like 3rd grade, I used to play soccer a lot at recess. It wasn't on a team or anything like that, but it was a nice game. I was never really, the best at it or the champion, but I enjoyed playing it because it made me sweat so much. Do you make Lego customs? No, I don't make custom mocks or anything like that. I mean, mocks are difficult for me. I do make Lego Technic mocks, very rarely though. Like, and it looks like a skeleton. Like, I don't decorate it or anything. I just like make a Lego Technic car, just to kind of control with the Power Functions remote. But other than that, like, I don't really make anything out of Lego. I just follow the instructions. Basically the end of mock making. Boom. This mosaic is actually coming nice. Like I've got a quarter of it now. What's it? Oh, you mean figures? No, I don't really make custom Lego minifigures. I mean, sometimes I would, but I wouldn't keep them. I would just disassemble them. Plus, I like keeping all the build figures from sets by the instructions to like keep them in their pure Lego form, I guess. I mean, sometimes I would like make custom, or if you mean by custom like customization, like actually go to a website and customize your own minifigure, like something that Lego doesn't have, then no, I cannot do that. Yes, I will definitely do another tech review / unboxing when I get a new iPhone, or even of the new 16-inch MacBook Pro, because I got it on my birthday, which was on March 3rd, and more than, oh, no. This is just like a paper piece, look at it. It's a paper. It's just the instructions / outline. I'm not making more than 2 quarters, I only have 1. I'm gonna bring back the chat. Gonna bring back the chat. Thank you, Forbes. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on to my channel. Yes, what I'm building here, Forbes, is basically myself out of Lego. This is my portrait I took at the Lego Mosaic Maker station, and I'm trying to complete it right now. So Forbes, what's going on? Like, we should play Minecraft together sometime. Like 99p or something. That would be pretty cool. Maybe I'll bring your account. Maybe like you could come over to my new base on 99p. Which, by the way, is pretty big, and we could play there together. Yeah, yeah, Forbes. Okay. So I finished it here. Just a bit. Hang on. Bring back the live chat. Hang on. I'll be right back. Thank you, Forbes. Thank you. I'll just be right back. Gonna take a quick second. Just gotta send a little text to someone. All right. Should be good now. Okay, boom. I'm good at building Lego. Thank you, dude, but this is just like a template, an outline. This is a program that the Lego company has made, and I'm just following the basic outline over here. Favorite new song? Thank you, Liam. It's fun talking to you too. I don't really have a favorite new song. I don't really know that many new songs that kind of went viral right now. But I do like Billie Eilish, Bad Guy. I like what's it called? Imagine Dragons. Whatever It Takes song. I like the what's it called? Halsey Without Me song. I like Seven Rings by Ariana Grande. Awesome songs. Yeah, Imagine Dragons is awesome. I also like Thunder song. I listen to it in my car all the time. I like a lot of the Imagine Dragons songs. There's a Believer song by Imagine Dragons, which I also really like. Which is so cool. One of the best bands that we do. Alright, let's continue making the head over here. So Forbes, did you get any new Lego sets or any like Lego buildings or anything like that? If not, you should get some. Like, I know you do like Lego and you have a lot at your home. I like the prequel trilogy the most. Original trilogy, you know, is a close second. I mean, like, the first I watched was a Lego Star Wars, like a short film. And that was the first Star Wars movie I watched. It was called Quest for R2-D2, which took place in the Clone Wars. And because of the Clone Wars, I watched episodes 1 and 2, then I watched the Clone Wars movie, not the TV show, because I did not know it was a TV show back then. And then I watched episode 3, and I really liked that. But the sequel trilogy, I mean, I liked The Rise of Skywalker, but The Force Awakens was just so awful in my opinion. Nice. Oh, Forbes, cool. They're getting some for Easter. That's really nice. Yeah, like, are you gonna have an eggplant for Easter, or what are you gonna do? Oh, you gotta go with the sequels. Oh, really? Sequels are your favorite. Pretty unpopular opinion, but hey, I respect it, and I'm glad you enjoyed them. Yeah, Rey is a pretty cool Jedi, but she's a descendant from Emperor Palpatine. And Emperor Palpatine is like the best Sith Lord in the world. um, the Phantom Menace, a lot of people like it. Probably wouldn't say it's the worst Star Wars, but definitely the worst out of the prequels for me. I did like it after the clones. Honestly, I did not find the Anakin and Padme romance cringy. I found it actually very enjoyable and funny and relatable. I don't like sand. That never really cringed to me. Anakin was coming from a true place. He does not like sand, and he was using it as an analogy to say that Padme was a soft and beautiful person, unlike sand. You know what I mean? AOC? No clue what that is. But my favorite Lego game is Lego Star Wars 3, Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is a game I played on my computer on Steam, a really cool game. Lego Star Wars The Original Trilogy is also pretty nice too. Boom. 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 Last Jedi's worst? I kind of disagree. I really enjoyed The Last Jedi, actually. I thought it was a really nice movie. At least when it first came out in the theater. After multiple rewatches, it became a pretty bad movie for me. But as long as it's good on the first watch, it's a good movie in my opinion. On the first watch, man, The Force Awakens was just a terrible movie. If you've never seen Star Wars before, yes, great movie, great movie, stuff like that. But for me, it just felt like they were borrowing way too much stuff from the original trilogy or a copy of it. But come on, you still gotta acknowledge that they went with a bigger Death Star. That's the lamest super weapon. Come on. Yes, you can get Lego Star Wars 3 on Steam. Yeah, that Jedi was pretty cool. A lot of people hated the Rose Tico character. I have no clue why, because I actually enjoyed the Rose Tico character. Plus, I really hated how Star Wars fans really harassed Rose Tico or Kelly Marie Tran over on social media and stuff. I mean, even if it is a bad character, which I completely disagree with, but even if it's not the actor's fault, it's the writer and director's fault. And honestly, there's like no excuse, and you cannot just harass people, all right? You just say, hey, your character could have been better, that's the the border that you can't cross that border. If you say anything worse than your character could have been better, no, don't do that. Oh, nice, you're back. Humanity is toxic, yeah. Well, humans are naturally toxic. It's why, like, whenever there's anarchy, for example, in Somalia, there was anarchy since like the 1990s for 10 years, I think. It just became an awful place. And you know why? Because humans are naturally toxic. It's just human nature. You gotta accept it. Base came frozen, huh? I don't know. I will cleanse the world. That is a very good thing to do, Forbes, especially with all the pollution and global warming and stuff. You gotta clean the world. Be a natural environmentalist. Wait, wrong color. I'm actually making decent progress here. I'm pretty surprised. Okay, so, hang on. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so, wait, I'm frozen right now? Hang on, let me check my phone. Low battery, that's why. All right. It's unfrozen now. Yes, I'm the only one here. Sorry it was frozen for a while. Let me know if that happens again, because, wait, you know what? I'm gonna get a charger for my phone right now, because it's on low battery. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Just gonna plug in the phone to the power outlet. Man, been streaming for like almost an hour and a half, movie length. That's pretty insane. My favorite Disney song? Let It Go. Yes, Let It Go on top. Hang on. Plug it in. All right. Now there shouldn't be any more issues. Yeah, I'm the only one there, yeah. There isn't like anyone helping me film or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna work with the earpiece right now. The hair is awesome. The hair is the best. It's actually already starting to look like me. It's already starting to resemble myself. It's pretty darn cool. Hang on, wait a minute. This is supposed to be black. Yeah, maybe like gameplay live streams or something. But definitely not videos, because that would make a lot of people unsubscribe who are expecting LEGO content from me. Make a lot of people unhappy, so definitely not going to do it as a main thing. But as a streaming thing, yes, 100%, I could start doing gaming videos. How did I grow so fast on YouTube? I mean, like, I didn't grow super fast on YouTube. I started my channel in like July 2018, and I didn't really make many videos, just like kind of 2 or 3 sprinkled in there, like 1 video per 2 months or something. That was my rate. But in December of 2018, specifically late December, that's when I actually started to take my channel seriously. And just like around June or something, June. I got to like 500 subscribers, which is pretty nice. I was basically just kind of grinding, making review videos on a really like regular basis. Just wake up at 6 a.m., script, film, edit, sleep, repeat. That was my whole grind process for the beginning of 2019. And then I just kind of got tired, like I don't even want to make review videos anymore. I want to make like flying Lego stuff because that's so much easier to make and brings in so many more views. Especially look at it like this, views to effort ratio. For the reviews, the effort was so high, but the views were so little. Nobody appreciated the effort, and so I just kind of stopped, like, come on, it's not worth it to spend so much time on it. Thank you, Liam, for subscribing to Originator. Can we get the live stream together sometime? Yeah, sure. We could do a live stream together, that's for sure. Alright. Boom. Oh no. Kind of turn the keys over here. Yeah, here we go. Boom. I wonder what time it is. Yeah, I got time. Maybe I'll stream for like 30 more minutes, and then I'll stop. And streams are pretty fun to do though. Especially this one, because I'm not, following the instructions and just kind of building and talking to you, and I'm surprised I haven't run out of topics. We are actually making decent progress here. Like 50% of my face is done. Wow. I'm 100% gonna buy the 501st Battle Pack, and probably gonna buy only one of those. Cause come on, it's 30 bucks and 60 bucks on just 2 Lego sets which are identical. Like, no. I mean, Liam, yeah, sure. I mean, if you have to go. Like, nobody's forcing you to do anything. All right, I guess see you later, Liam. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, same here, Liam. Bye. All right. So, oh man, this is gonna be hard. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bye, Liam. See you soon. Hatfield Test Bun. Not sure what that reference is actually, Forbes. I want to know what it is. Is it Undertale? Is it... What happened to that game Undertale, by the way? Like, everyone was talking about it for a while, and now, like, it's dead. One of these here. Oh, on Tear Fortress 2. Yeah, I haven't really played that game, so no wonder I don't understand it. You know, even though it's not the Undertale type anymore, like, I might buy the game and play it eventually. Seems like a cool game. And 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, Bioforces. No, I haven't played Delta Toon, but now that you say it's a sequel, I might try it. Man, this is tough. But at least, hey, look at all this stuff that's done. Plus, most of this is yellow, so it's really just this portion that needs to be done. You know, I actually might be able to finish this soon. Probably not, but still. Oh, here. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. Oh, this is gonna be so tough. Five watching now. Oh, not bad, not bad. Say something in the chat. I'd love to talk to you. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we yeah, this is right. Then we add 2 more over here. 2 more over here. Okay. Not bad at all. Oh, really, Liam? Alright. Nice to have you back, Liam. Thank you for staying on a little bit longer. It's nice that even though it's 1 a.m. for you, you're still watching me, and I'm really thankful for that. I'm really thankful that you're supporting me right now. You know, bless your heart, as they say. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 1. Geez, this is gonna be hard. Thank you, Forbes. Hang on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, George Wall. Hi. Bryson Hammock. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for joining the chat. I'm just building myself out of Lego. Here's the outline. It's just a piece of paper. And here's the actual 48 by 48 wood base plate. So let's just continue building this. And by the way, I do have a couple questions for you guys. First of all, who's your favorite Lego YouTuber and who's your favorite YouTuber of all time? It can't be the same person. It has to be two different people. Like maybe your favorite Lego YouTuber is Jangbricks and your favorite YouTuber of all time is like PewDiePie. I don't know. Yeah, just let me know in the live chat, and I'll immediately respond to you because I love having conversation on my live chat. Boom, boom, boom. I don't pick favorites. Oh, because you love all of them, huh? Yeah, I love a lot of YouTubers too. Wait a minute. Hang on. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, black over here. Make a little. Right now, my favorite YouTuber, I've been seeing a lot of it, but this installation, and it's pretty cool. Thank you, George Wall. Thank you. It came up in your recommended. And thank you for clicking on it. Yes, oh, by the way, George Wall, be sure to check out some of my actual videos, not the live streams. I know this audio turns you off. I know this audio is really echoey, and I know that. If you actually watch my videos, I use a real microphone, like really professional, costs over 300 bucks. And I have professional video, I have professional audio, everything's super professional. So make sure you check that out. Don't be turned off by this bad audio. Boom. Okay. Now, let me put that out of the way. So I don't mind the audio, I'll definitely watch. Thank you. Well, you know, I'm just saying, George, I'm just saying that my normal videos have really quality audio, like super professional. So, you know, I'm not lying here. I'm not lying. You're not going to take my word for it, and trust me, when I say it's professional audio, it's professional, and you won't be disappointed. Oh, George, by the way, I have made Lego sets fly. Like I attached them to the drone and like did obstacle courses with them and stuff. So make sure to check that out too if you're interested. And Forrest, thank you so much for saying that I'm your favorite Lego YouTuber because I'm really, really flattered and you know, thank you for your support. Continue making this. There we go. Need to spin that around. You know, I think what time it is. No, I've got plenty of time. Maybe I'll go for 25 more minutes. Just about. Boom. Okay. For favorite viewer, it's probably 18 Seaside, Jonathan Morrison, and the favorite Oh, nice, nice. You're interested in tech just like me. Yeah, Jonathan Morrison. He's an amazing guy. He's got a turtleneck, and he's over 6 feet tall. And I wish I had a long neck. You know what I mean? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. I think that's about it for the mouth. Now I just gotta fill it in with the light gray bricks. Alright. Let's do this. I wish, actually Forrest, hey, since we live close to each other in real life, and maybe we could actually hang out and film a flying Lego episode together. That would be pretty cool. Because for flying Lego, I like to do competitions, and it's not fun to do it all by yourself. You gotta have a helping hand here or there. Oh, my friend sent me the backpacker giveaway. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, really? That's dope. I did an analysis of the Janebricks YouTuber from, Lego. He's like a YouTuber with well over 1 million subscribers. And guess what? He commented on that video of the analysis I did of that YouTuber, which is awesome. you gotta check out that video. It's really well made, got decent audio, and I spent a lot of time on that video. And he commented on it. So cool. Okay. This face is coming together. So nice. Yes, it's almost done. Almost, but I've still got to do this whole yellow section, which is going to be pretty painful. Now, see, here's the thing I don't like about these 1x1 tiles. You get creases, or not creases, holes in between, I don't know, air pockets here and there. At least my face part is almost done. That's for sure. Yes, bye, Liam. All right. Good night, Liam. Good night. It's 10:09. All right. I can stay here for about 20 more minutes. Okay. Boom. Build fast. You gotta have fast fingers over here. Come on. Oh, Forbes, so you go to the Disneyland Lego store at Disneyland, and that Lego store has the Lego Mosaic Maker. And if you go inside there and ask, hey, can I get a portrait of myself out of Lego? They'll be like, sure, come on right up. And they've got a photo booth up there. You just gotta sit there, smile. Look. Let me refresh the page. Okay, boom, it's loading. It's loading, it's over here. Hang on, refresh page. Yes, I just got online. Sorry about that short little disconnect. see you again. Yeah, it's you again. Nice to see you again. I really want to tell you that my mom and I are making a Lego wall for my room. So, oh, nice. Yeah, I'd love to help you with that. Maybe, yeah, I could give you a couple suggestions for your room and stuff like that. Okay. 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 All right. See you, George. Nice having you on my channel. Yeah, be sure to check out a couple more videos from my channel. Like I said, the live stream is the worst part of my channel. Haha. Oh, Aunt Majestical, hey! What's up, my man? Yeah, just building this Lego portrait. Dude, haven't seen you in a while. Alright, suggestions, bye George. Suggestions for your Lego wall, well, like, maybe have just a bunch of shelves with a bunch of sets you're gonna put on it, or, like, drawers, and when you take out one of the drawers, it's like all the organized pieces there, which is really cool. So, yeah. Will I ever tell you my real name? Yeah, my real name is Vanya. V-A-N-Y-A. That is my real name. If you follow my community tab over on YouTube, I actually did give away my full name in an unlisted video, so maybe you should check out that. Like, full name and last name. So definitely check that out if you're interested in knowing more about me. Yes, shelves and containers are definitely the best option for you. Maybe on the Lego wall you could get like a portrait of this sort and build it and put it on your Lego wall. That would be a beast. Okay. I gotta go in 15 minutes, but for 15 minutes I'm gonna try to finish this. Okay. No, it's not Bonnie, it's V-A-N-Y-A. It's not Bonnie, it's V-A-N-Y-A. Not a Bonnie, not a girl. A man with big strong muscles and a deep voice. No, not Vanya. V-A-N-Y-A. It's actually like my nickname of sorts. Like my full name is Ivan. Vanya is just like I don't know, in English it's like Jake and Jacob, but in Russian it's like Vanya and Ivan. Yeah, Jeremiah, sure, we can be friends. DM me on Instagram if your parents allow you to, and we can like have a chat and talk. I always respond to my DMs like at least within 24 hours. And if you respond immediately back to me, then like we can have a full-on conversation. So this mouth, I'm not gonna lie, does look a bit weird. Something is off about it, you know, like I don't know what it is. Something is off. Maybe eventually we'll use OBS and figure out how to actually live stream using a real camera and stuff. Because my live streams are just way too unprofessional. Especially when you compare them to what I can actually do with video. Like Ace Final Cut Pro for editing, which is a like Hollywood level movie editing software. You know, Batman The Dark Knight was edited on Final Cut Pro. Hey, Lost World! Hello, how are you doing? Just building myself out of Lego for now. And it'd be so cool. Gotta throw this in over here. Wow. I'm so proud of like the progress I've done. Like if you go back to the beginning of the live stream, like you'll see that I barely started out with anything. Gotta correct this over here. Go. Make sure that it looks nice and neat. You should do that with 2x2 rounds, make it blind in size. 2x2 rounds? Oh, yeah. Actually, you know, that probably wouldn't look bad. It would look very nice. But I don't have my Lego pieces organized, and this is what the Lego box provided. So we're gonna go with this for now. Voya, what is your biggest Lego set? First of all, it's the A one, the A-N-Y-A, not the O-N-Y-A. And my biggest Lego set in terms of size, but not piece count, is the Lego UCS Imperial Star Destroyer. And if I actually did give it away to one of my real life friends and subscribers on YouTube, so technically I gave it away to one of my YouTube fans, but if you want to watch that video, it's called He Stole My $700 Lego Set Flying Lego Competition. I'll end the stream at like 9 minutes, but hello Box World, yeah, I'm still streaming, basically until 10:30, it's 10:21 right now. Well, if I had the chance to make my own Lego set, I'd basically brand it as Under Ideas or as its own sort of theme. And I definitely make one big set just dedicated to Lego YouTubers and their rooms. So basically we have like this one huge Lego house, and in one room is Jane Bricks' studio. In another room is M&R Productions' studio. And in another room is Beyond the Brick studio. And in another room is my studio, Unbricky Studio. And in another room Well, you get the picture, and you have all these different rooms, you know, it's openable, you get to see all these different YouTubers. That's what my set would be about. Yeah, Bloxworld, I'll check out your channel right after I'm done streaming. So don't worry about that. Although, just saying, you know, if you want to advertise your channel, pay Google for paid advertisements, and they'll advertise the heck out of your channel. Like, as long as you make good videos, I believe that, you know, people will subscribe to you. As long as you like kind of figure out to who to market your videos, and also really how you're gonna sell yourself, you know, to people. Yeah, the play button on top. That would be that would be the greatest set of all time. Hey Google, yes! Guys, you know that since YouTube is owned by Google and Google stores all your database, they're actually keeping track of this chat. Google, you know, that's not on me, that's on Google. Master Lee, hey, what's up, Master Lee? How are you doing? Yeah, just gonna stream until 10:30 today, and then I'll end the live stream. But Master Lee, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Jeremiah, I mean, maybe I can't guarantee it. I really think I'll finish like this portrait off camera, you know. Master Lee, you are awesome. You are a great master, Master Lee, and you're awesome, Master Lee. And thank you for teaching me Taekwondo. I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful to have had a master like you. So just wanted to know that I appreciate you. $10.24. All right. I'm gonna end the stream in 6 minutes. Yeah, I'll give your stop motion a watch on YouTube. You know, if you really want to, as I said, advertise your channel, pay Google to advertise it. It's paid advertisements. Gonna get a lot of people. It is expensive though. So you know, if you're young and you know you don't have a lot of money now, well, don't do it. But like when you're older, you know, maybe get a job and then use that money to advertise your own channel. And that would be the best, like, solution for you, I guess. Yes, I'm a 3rd-degree black belt, and I'm hiding my superpower. I'm hiding it. I'm hiding my superpower. Yes, I'm a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo, which I'm really proud of, because when I first came into Taekwondo, I didn't know how to do anything, and I came in October 2011, which was a long time ago. Like, it's gonna be my 9-year anniversary of doing Taekwondo in 2020. So that's cool. Hey, Bloxworld, don't worry about it. I'll check out your channel. Don't worry about it. Although Bloxworld, you know, just saying. If you keep on spamming, it's gonna mute you. Okay, see, almost done with the neck. Ooh. Bye, Jeremiah. 3 more minutes, and then I'm ending this live stream. Come on. Build faster. Reminds me of Relators of the... Yeah. Yeah, that is an awesome movie, I think. Indiana Jones, right? Okay, Bloxworld, look. You can't just come on to my live stream and advertise yourself like that. Come on, it would have been fine if you did it once, twice, 3 times, but you're literally doing it all. Like, come on, man. Be better than this. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna check what time it is. 2 more minutes. Okay, I think I can do this circle bricks right now. Come on. Okay. See? I guess I've got to do the yellow section over here and I'm practically done. Oh, gotta replace these with the dark gray bricks. Alright, bye Anthony Jessica. See you soon. Oh, and thank you. I'm flattered. Thank you for wishing me more views. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Bloxworld, you gotta stop advertising yourself. I believe that, Forbes isn't gonna tell you, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna win right now. Alright, one more minute. No, you know what? I'll actually make the last stream right now. Alright, see you soon, and thank you for sticking around, especially you, Master Lee. Thank you so much for tuning into my live stream. Alright, bye.